Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion Talk episode number 97. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at is something off of Twitter, something that has infiltrated, let's just say, the mainstream, and it's something that bothers me a lot. Before we get into it, please click the like button down below, the subscribe button. Subscribe to my main channel, Legion Games 2076. Subscribe to this channel, Legion Talk. And if you feel the need to go the extra mile, you can find my subscribe star and Patreon in the description down below. Anything helps, but if you can't, that's fine too. Thank you just for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Without any further delay, from Libs of TikTok, that's right, it is on Twitter. I love this, watching this thing, but here we go. They said, LOL, people really spend their time thinking about this, and I'm sure we're going to have a good time with this. 62,000 views. Here we go.
Let's talk about the use of guys as a gender-neutral term. For a lot of trans and non-binary folks, being referred to in this way triggers their dysphoria. And people will say, oh, I call all my friends guys, even my girlfriends. But your cis friends did not experience the trauma of being...
You know what? I'm gonna let it sit there for a second. I'm gonna say first off, this really bothers me. Look, I celebrate and I encourage everyone to be who they feel they are, 100%. What I don't like is when you cram it down other people's throats. This is not trauma. Trauma is something that soldiers have, or firefighters, or police officers. PTSD. As somebody who suffers, and I've been both a police officer and in the military, suffers from severe panic disorder, depression, and insomnia, that's not trauma. Your parents raising you as something else is not trauma.
Conditioned into a gender that is not theirs.
That's not trauma. So what your parents made you play Little League instead of ballet? You could have asked to play ballet. I mean, do ballet. Okay, maybe if your parents didn't let you, that's kind of screwed up. But take it up with them. You can still live your life and be who you want. That's not trauma. I'm not going to stop using guys like, hey guys, because you get offended by it? Are you serious? I hate the talking point on Twitter and in the media about how all these trans kids kill themselves because they don't feel good about themselves. 22 veterans a day kill themselves on average. 22 kill themselves. The majority of people on the streets that are homeless, veterans. But yeah, we're letting illegal immigrants flood the southern border, free stuff for everybody. But we have a severe problem with homeless veterans and veterans killing themselves at higher rates than anyone in this country.
For me, I have stopped saying it because I realize the importance of degendering our language. Language matters, and the words that we use inform the way we see the world. There are literally studies on this. So when we consider words like guys to be gender neutral and not girls or ladies, this fuels the narrative that man is default. And this is the core of the patriarchy. Look, you can use whatever words you want, but we have to consider their impact. And if someone tells
Okay, it's the first thing you've said that I've agreed of. You can say what you want. Now, I'm not going to go around. I'm not gonna talk bad about this person. I think that their whole entire talking spiel, minus the one point of you can say what you want, but we have to consider the impact. Absolutely, I'm not going to walk up to a black person and say, "Oh, you effing," that bad word that quite frankly makes my skin crawl. You know, I watched the movie I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, and he makes a great point that the FAGGOT word is highly offensive. I think that is. I think that's a hateful term in today's world. To walk up to somebody who you know and you're like, that's hateful. But that's not what I'm talking about. Not guys. Like, come on, man.
Tells you that the language you are using is hurting them, and you decide not to change because it is more comfortable for you, I think that says a lot about your character. I love you.
Okay, I mean the last little part too. I mean, when we're talking about somebody we care about, I have many friends, and I have, I'll just say, a few family members who are part of the LGBT community. I I treat them the way I would treat anybody. I do. I treat them the way I would treat anybody. Because they're people, and I treat anybody. But not a single one of them has ever had a problem with this. Asking maybe a friend or a family member to walk that route is okay, but asking complete strangers who don't know you to use your pronouns, uh, I'm sorry, I don't know you. But I wanted to be very clear because there is only one set of trauma. There are certain mental and physical traumas, yes, and I understand that these people don't feel like themselves, and if they have the freedom to change who they are to feel better about themselves, I support that. But I don't have the time and the for this nonsense of what you're doing is causing trauma to them by using guys as is a general term. That's garbage. It's absolute garbage. You don't need to change everyone's language. The only language that should be changed is the people closest to you. If I had somebody close to me who wanted to be called they or them, I would struggle with it, but I would probably try the best I could to do it because I cared about them, because they mean something to me, not the stranger on TikTok. But while we discuss these absurd opinions, there's real issues in this country. There are real homeless problems. There are real suicide, ending themselves problems. And the vast majority of them come from veterans. Coincidentally enough, many veterans are police officers, so that takes police officers into the same category. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Appreciate y'all. See ya.